Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and welcome to a special edition of Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And I'm here today to talk to you about The Villainess. This movie came out in 2017, and it's a South Korean movie. I've never seen a South Korean project of any kind other than a music video. Never seen a television show. I still haven't seen Squid Games because I don't do Netflix. And I've never seen none of their movies. But when it comes to K-pop music, yeah, I listen to that and I watch their videos. But like, this was a very, and I mean a very good movie with some amazing action. I've never seen an action sequence like this ever before. Well, except for the gunslinging. I've seen that before in video games and Kick-Ass. When Hit Girl was at the factory and stuff, it reminded me so much of that. But the actual point of view action and everything, oh, I've never seen nothing like that before. And so, like, this is just like, now I see why it got a 4-minute standing ovation at this festival one time. Because more action movies should aspire to be like that. In fact, the John Wick 3rd movie, the chase sequence, I believe the director said he got inspired by this movie with the motorcycle chase sequence and stuff. I don't know how the director did it. I don't know if it's CGI. I don't know if it's on wires. I don't know if it's practical. I don't know. I just know it's awesome. And so I'm letting you know right here and now. I can't pronounce nobody's name. So here we go. And oh yeah, I know this is a South Korean movie, not an Asian American movie and stuff, but for this time of the month, I just celebrate all Asian, like, you know, TVs and movies. So, the director's name is John Byung-gil or Yeon-gil. And so he said he got inspired from the movie, what's it called? La Film Nikita from back in the day. I think it was like an 80s movie or something like that. I've never seen the movie, but there were 2 television shows, one in the 90s with this one actress name I can't even think about right now. I've only seen 1 or 2 episodes of that. And then there was the 2010s La Film Nikita on the CW with Maggie Q. I've seen about 1 or 2 episodes of that as well. I've just never really been into La Film Nikita. If I could ever find it, like I know, yeah, it's on Tubi, the CW one with Maggie Q. Maybe one day I'll check it out. And I'll look for the older one. I am kind of curious now. So, like, you know, that deals in espionage, spy type stuff, and secret government, like, you know, like espionage type things. And so, like, but this actually reminds me a little bit of the show Hae-na and something else. I can't think about it right now, but it reminds me of like another show that's similar to this, but it does remind me a bit of Hae-na. Basically, the movie is about this assassin. The assassin name is Sook-hee, and she is played by Ok-vin. And man, she does an amazing job in this movie, and she is deadly and stuff. In the first beginning, like the movie just starts off in an action sequence. You don't know exactly what the heck is going on, but you know it's a girl fighting. And so it's from her point of view. So all you see is like her weapons in her hands and stuff. And it's just like she's fighting in like this warehouse. She's like falling out the window with the bad guys. But then we finally get to see her because it does a really cool camera trick. One of the guys grabs her and tosses her through like a mirror, and we finally get to see what she looks like and stuff. After that, it's just regular fighting. And like, what was I was gonna say? I kind of lost my train of thought. But yeah, it's like something. Oh, no, I remember. So like, it's very visual appealing and everything. But the one thing I don't like about it is the shaky cam, and when the camera moves around very fast. Because she's moving around really fast and the camera's moving fast and the shaky cam, it's just too jumbly. And plus, the coloration and stuff like that, it kind of makes it a bit blurry to see at times. And it makes me a little dizzy. And so after that, after she's done whooping some behind and everything, she has this like sinister grin on her look, very like manic and stuff. But then the South Korean intelligence agency, they capture her, they drug her, and they give her plastic surgery. And basically, because she is so skilled, they want her to fight for them. But they're in this training facility, so when she tries to escape, she's like beating people up left and right. And it's like a really unique training facility where they train you to blend in into like an environment so you don't be noticed and stuff. And so there's this woman who's trying to rescue her. And next thing you know, the woman is like, oh, you have to jump. So she jumps across the building. And then when Sook-hee jumps, she shoots her. I assume she was genetically modified to be this good. And especially when the lady's all like, you can't die and stuff like that. But no, she's just really, 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 really skilled. And so they literally want her to train for 10 years and fight along them. So she agrees, and they'll give her like a new life, a new name, and they'll fake her death. Turns out she's pregnant and everything. So in those 10 years, she, gives birth to her baby. After they fake her death and all this other crap and some missions and stuff she goes on, they give her an apartment to live a low-key like lifestyle. Now, when she was 7 years old, and you can tell the flashbacks because it turns to kind of like a bluish kind of filter, her father was killed and everything. And so at some point she was like sold into prostitution, and then this man like saved her. What is his name? Crap. I think, okay, Kwon's that lady, I think. I think his name is Joong-sang or something like that. And so, like, he rescues her and trains her, and then eventually they get married. But then he faked his death, and she assumed he was dead. So she wanted revenge and stuff like that. And so, like, when she's in the apartment, this is the time in the movie where it slows down to a crawl. Basically, she meets her neighbor. He's this guy who's constantly bugging the crap out of her and constantly hitting on her. And when I say it slows the movie down, I mean it slows it down and stuff. And so, what was his name? I forgot. But her new name is Yeon-soo or something like that. And so, like, I think the guy's name is Joong-soo. And so, like, he's just constantly hitting on her. And it's kind of creepy, too. Especially when he's all like, pizza tastes great, but it's not nutritious. I can boil you some chicken. And I'm like, dude, get out her space. You're coming off very creepy and stuff. But it turns out he works for the government agency that she used to work for. See, she used to work, her handler is Kwon-sook. And so, like, she had him basically keep an eye on her and keep tabs and stuff like that. But they eventually fall in love with each other. After getting permission to get married and all this, she is sent on a mission. And when she's sent on a mission, it is like crazy. So she's about to get married. She, gets her instructions. She goes into the bathroom and she assembles a sniper rifle from the toilet and everything. Like it's hidden inside the toilet. And then it's like it's like a circle in the wall. There's like a propeller, like a fan, like a vent type thing. And when she stops it with the gun, she's looking across from another building and there's a man there. So she doesn't want to pull the trigger. For some reason, she feels like she remembers him and everything. And so her handler, Kwon, is telling her to take the shot and stop asking questions. but she keeps missing. And so after a while, this man, he tracks her down because she's in like a theater play and he's like a fan. She calls him Mr., but it turns out it's her ex-husband. And so it's John and everything. And so I don't really know what to make of this because it's a little confusing at times, only because there's no English dub. So I had to read subtitles. And you know I hate that. So I have to like read it really fast and try to look on the screen. And some words I miss. And I hate reading subtitles and stuff. Basically, it turns out he's the one who killed her father. And she's very surprised to find out he's alive and stuff. So something happened where she got kidnapped by some people and he ended up saving her. But it turns out like he had something up his sleeve. See, when she got married to her husband, he took care of their child, and those two just like love each other. They're like a big happy family, right? An adorable sweet little child. And so the bad guys tracked them down to the apartment, and he tries to plead with John and everything, talking about, you know, this is your child, because she was pregnant before she went to this organization. But he doesn't care. He wants that child dead. But the dude won't do it. So, you know, they lock the kid and him in a room, and then there's a bomb set off. And then next thing you know, when she finally makes it there, she sees, like, you know, her husband and child leap out the window, and he takes the blunt of the fall, but it kills them both. It was set up by her ex and everything. And it was tragic, man. I couldn't believe they killed a kid on screen. Like, yeah, they really show stuff like that over there, and blood and everything else. So she's pissed and all that, and she wants to basically, you know, when she's back at her old organization, they show her the video clips of like what's been going on, because she realized that her husband was sent to like spy on her and stuff, right? So she's pissed, she wants revenge, and she tracks her ex-husband down. This leads to a awesome car chase. And it's like she's on, like, you know, she's driving, she puts like a water bottle on like the on the gas, and then she busts out the window, and then so she's like driving, steering one hand and on top of the car, and then when it hits something, she just flings into the air with her axe, and she like lands on the van. She gets inside, and oh my god, dude, she is tearing people up with this axe, chopping the dude's hand off and like everything. She eventually kills her husband, and when she gets out of like the vehicle, the cops show up, only for her to have that manic smile on her face. This movie was intense, man. Like, oh my god. Like, I couldn't believe what I was watching and stuff. Now, this movie did so well that Amazon is trying to make a television show out of it. They announced that back in 2021, but I haven't heard no development on this since. Now, you can watch this on Roku TV, and I think you can watch it maybe on, I don't know where else, but I know Roku TV, and it's free. Happy Asian and Pacific Islander month, everybody. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.